Hello everyone, I am Nuzusa, current server manager for the Santos RP server. As you can see, I am giving you a clear tutorial basically of how to play the Santos roleplay server. If you are new, you might see a different screen compared to this. You might see a screen in the middle of your I'm excuse me, you might see a little window saying like please insert a roleplay name, probably in the center of your screen around here, and you basically put in a first name and a last name. Be sure to make it roleplay wise, or I mean mine isn't that roleplay-ish wise, but you could say it's a foreign name. So here I am, I click on my character. I mean if you've been here before you could click on your character, and of course you gotta wait for the game data. And right here in this window, you could see the rules. This is basically the rules are. As you can see, it highlights the rules, so you could scroll down here, see all the rules. You could pause the video if you want to read every single rule as I am scrolling right now. And over here, you could see all sorts of the green zones. So you could see that the spawn is a green zone, VIP room is green zone, Nexus, which is basically the same thing as spawn, police department ramp. The ramp is basically like where you enter and exit the police department, hospital, fire department, bank. The sidewalk outside the bank is not a green zone, so I will show you that later on in this tutorial. Car dealer, car repair, car spawn, gang hideout, player market, casino, gas station, and grocery store, unless a robbery is called, of course. Real estate building, I mean, there are all sorts of green zones, and basically, what a green zone is basically, like a safe zone. So a green zone is a safe zone in a nutshell, unless of course you know, like a jailbreak is called or a robbery. And all parking lots to these areas above are safe zones. And as you can see, Herman, a community owner and somewhat of a staff abuse investigator, has added some rules on October 19th of 2017. Alright, so basically if you exit, press the red X above here, like as soon as you click on your character, then that means you basically hate the rules. Okay, you might see this in the video. As you can see, it says, would you like to enable FPS boost? Enable this if you lag. I enable it anyways, so that I can get better frame rates. Then, of course, on your left of the screen, like the chat, it says, if you experience crashing, use \FPS reset to set your settings back. And as you can see, somebody needs help, but I am ignoring that at the moment. Call me bad stuff if you want, but I am trying to do a tutorial right now. And of course you could see on the chat box, you could see different sorts of tips. So tip is to see another player's name, hold Q, and go to buddies, and the other person will receive a friend request in chat. Well, that used to be the case because a few months ago we used to not see players' names, like all it used to be is numbers, so we set that back to where I could see a player's name. So if I go up to the player and say, hey, what's up, Rock Johnson, you're not allowed to do that. That is called metagaming, and that is against rules, and the staff member will most likely jail you for the offense. Now, over here, you can see an ATM, which is basically where you store your money, if you don't know what an ATM is. You could see you can add in money, you could take out money, you could see your account balance, or you could transfer money to another person's account. Now, it says the amount and the phone number, so let's say I press amount, let's say $1,000, then you click on whoever's receiving it, then you put in the phone number of the person who you know is getting the money. Then once you're done with that, you hit enter and it would send money to the other person. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how the heck do I have a cell phone? All I can see is a fizz gun in my hands, keys, and identity card. Yes, that is true. However, if you go to your keyboard and press the up arrow that's right next to your right shift, as you can see, it pops up a phone and the roleplay time and date. I mean, you could see your phone, you know, like you could call somebody. And to activate your phone, like once you press up, you can press enter and use your keys on your keyboard to do that. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth between back and contacts, and you know, there's like numbers. You could do like, oh, let's do a phone number like 1-555-588. Five, 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 five. Oh, it doesn't let me go that far. Whatever. But then you could call it.
We're sorry. Your call cannot be completed as dialed.
And basically, you know, your call cannot be connected. You can see contacts. And of course, you can see my contacts, but I'm not going to show you my phone number because I don't want random calls from people I don't know. Get to know me better and almost likely give you my number. You can see text messages, you can see your camera, so as you can see in the lower right, let's take a photo of the ATM, because why not? You can see swap view, so let's do that, if we can. We're not able to do that. You can see the gallery, and let's take a photo of the ATM here. Okay, and you can click on your gallery. As you can see, I got a screenshot from earlier. Holy crap. This was still in rock. I'm going to delete that because I don't know why I have it. And as you can see right here, I have a photo of an ATM.
Yo, New Azusa. That guy,
down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the interruption. But like I said, as you can see, I have a photo of an ATM. If I go somewhere else with the photo on my phone, you can see that's an ATM. Now, I could set that to one of my contacts, which I don't have any contacts because nobody ever uses the phone anymore, but try to get to use the phone a little more. That'd be really nice. You could send the photo to somebody, or you could delete it, so I'm going to delete this photo on my phone. And let's go back to spawn, as long as I don't get freaking interrupted. I'm sorry for the distractions. So, like I said, this is the ATM where you can find your money, and every once in a while it says like, hey, $15 has been transferred to your bank account, or whatever else. And if you go back here, if you can see the old man in the brown jacket right here. This is the menu you go to
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends.
You could take your driver's license, you could purchase custom plates, but that's for VIP only. You could donate to Val by using exclamation point donate. As you can see, you can press the donation button, and this is your packages system. This comes really useful to show staff that you purchased VIP or in-game money, because most of the time they don't believe you and ask for proof, and this is the way you can prove to staff that you purchased in-game money, VIP, whatever. So, back to the old man
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends.
Say you please take a driving test, because if you're a new player to this server and you purchase a car and start driving, a cop will most likely arrest you or give you a ticket for having an invalid license. So take the driver's test. I already took mine because it says you already have a driver's license, and I could put, let's say, oh well, I need something else, and I could do custom plates or pay off a ticket. So if a police officer says you have 3 days to pay a ticket, this is the guy you go to pay off a ticket. And of course you can see I have no unpaid tickets at the moment.
I agree. It's a total waste.
Oh, thank you, old man. Let me give you a brief description of the map. So this is Rockford, this is the Nexus. That is the courtroom where, you know, courtrooms happen. Court hearings, whatever. To exit spawn, you come out here. And as you can see, I got gear. I will show you everything. That NPC right here, he's a pretty useless NPC. I don't know why he's here. Back inside the elevator. I'm going to try not to use my note clip in this video. But, you know, just to make the video shorter for you, if you go up to elevator, you can see that there's a bunch of lockers in that. That NPC right over there, he's another useless NPC. We don't know why we have him. But this NPC, this is the NPC you use to join a gang.
Hi.
So as you can see, there's Petrovic, Vice Kings, Brotherhood, Kush Kings, Kingsman Cartel, Ace member, Slaughter member. Try not to join a gang because, you know, everybody says, like, this gang's cancer, that gang's cancer, join this gang, join that gang, blah 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 blah. But I'm whitelisted to Kingsman, so you can see I will
Why are you telling
Kingsman.
me?
And as you can see, you're now
Hi.
part of the Kingsman cartel.
It figures.
Now,
You talking to me?
let's say, for example, if I want to be a Petrovic.
Try not to let it
As you
get
can
to
see,
you.
it says you're not inside the whitelist for the job. Now, you might be asking yourself or staff, how do I get whitelisted? How do I get whitelisted? Can a server manager whitelist me? I have the answer for you. A server manager is not, and I repeat, a server manager is not able to whitelist you. You may contact a staff director for whitelisting, and as you can see in the right side of my screen, it says I got a paycheck and it's transferred to my bank account, and basically that's where the ATMs come in handy, because an ATM can store all of your money. Now, if you hold down Q, you can see everything that's right here. You can see head, eyes, face, neck, and back. Basically, if you click on these, it removes an item from that specific area. So let's take off the sunglasses. So if you click on eyes, you know, that removes my sunglasses and you can see my eyes. You can see thirst, hunger, stamina, volume, and weight. Volume and weight, that's a little bit self-explanatory. That tells you, like, basically how big it is and how much it weighs. Stamina, it's self-explanatory, so if I walk, that doesn't take that much stamina, but if I run, however, sometimes stamina is glitched, but usually if you run, your stamina goes down. And if you click on character, you could see your health of your character. So as you can see, I literally have no blood in my right arm, and everything else is in perfect condition. Over here, you can see different levels of different things. So as you can see, if you're a new player, everything will be level 1. Like, as you can see, my botany and chemistry level is level 1, because I have no idea what those things involve. Stamina, that's basically how much you ran. So as you can see, I'm stamina level 11. I'm gunsmith in level 22, so that basically means I crafted parts for a gun for a while. And crafting means I completely crafted a gun, or maybe drug parts, drug paraphernalia, car parts, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. The assembly level that comes in with crafting, so it goes hand in hand. The buddy system, that's a little bit self-explanatory, and as you can see, I got a whole crap load of buddies. Some of them never come on anymore, but that's alright, because I'm not gonna complain about it. So, if you're a new player, you won't have any buddies, and you'll probably have that many players online wanting to do stuff. Say, for example, you wanted somebody as your buddy, so let's do Marcus Wheatley, and you can add him, you know, and as you can see, a friend request is sent to him, and if something might pop on the screen saying, hey, this person wants to be your friend, do !accept to accept their friend request. But I don't think he will accept my friend request, so let's go along with that. In the settings, you can see different types of settings, so you can see your PAC draw distance or your rain particle count. Rain particle, it's pretty useless because it never rains on the server. We don't know why, because it causes lag. Your sound settings, this is really useful. I'm going to have my thunder volume down to 0 and my rain volume down to 0 because, you know, it's pretty useless now. Your television volume. This is basically for when you spawn in a TV, so I can make it louder or shorter, or not shorter, quieter, excuse me. Your car radio or radio item volume, you know. Radio item, that's basically like the boombox right here. And your car radio, that's basically when you turn on a radio inside your car, which I will show you later on. And you can see your camera settings, guides, you know, that's a little bit of the tutorials. That helps a lot. The guides honestly help. And donate for VIP, that's self-explanatory. Okay, so if you hold down Q, you know, you probably pop up with your inventory, and you can see all this, like I said. Thirst and hunger, that's a little bit self-explanatory. You can see everything inside your category, and like different categories of what you got. So you got everything, you got clothing, electronics, furniture, food, drugs, books, miscellaneous items, weapons, and ammunition. So, as you can see, I am really low on thirst, so the logical thing would be to hold down Q, click on food, and grab yourself a drink. So, a coffee, you know, I just drank a coffee, and it brought my thirst up 300. Now, let's see, I want to eat a watermelon because my hunger is low too. As you can see, that brought my hunger up by 250. You try to keep these two full as much as you can, or else you will die of thirst or you will die of hunger, and that is something you do not want to happen to you. Let me put my glasses back on real fast. Okay, so this is basically all of the Nexus and all the game blockers. So, let's pretend I'm going down the elevator. Yippee! Right down the elevator. Okay, and as you can see inside your lower left, it might be removed.
No, please fucking help me. Please help me.
And I'm going to ignore this person. I'm sorry. I'm a terrible person. Okay, so, like I said, as you can see in the lower left of your screen, you can see a mini-map of basically almost everything you need to know. You can see a blue waypoint, you can see a leaf, you can see the logo for EMS, VIP, clothing, a little bit of the casino. You can see a little bit of boxes. You can see a ranch, you can see a shield, representing PD, you can see a car. The car is a little bit self-explanatory, but I will thoroughly show you everything you need to know about everything you need to know. So, if you go here, you can. This is the car spawner.
I'll be right with
As you
you.
can see,
Now,
if you want to
where was I?
enable the car
Yes.
dealer, you go up to the NPC, have your little crosshair on him or whatever, you know. To do this, you press F1, you know. It might pop up in the chat saying, tip, press F1 to go in third person or first person, you know. And you could do that, and I prefer playing in third person because, you know, I'm more of a third person gamer. And let's say, for example, you get initiated on, I don't have a weapon on me, so let's do this for an example. So I can go up to this person, but please don't do it right next to the NPC because this is a green zone. But let's say, for example, I want to rob this dude, you know, I want his money, so I go up to him and verbally say, put your hands up, whatever. However, if I do this, that will proceed to be invalid, and you know, you'll be breaking the rules if you start shooting him or if he doesn't drop money, whatever. Fair warning, this is not a dark RP server, so you know, if I press F4, nothing will really happen. So you'll be asking yourself, well, how do I get a job? How do I get money? I kind of explained it up there. You know, you can apply for gangs. You can apply to be a part of the police department. You can apply to be a part of the Department of Justice. You know, you could apply for whitelisted jobs on the forums. And if you look in your upper left of your screen, I can't really show it, but upper left of your screen, it says City Roleplay, then the link to the forums. So, like I said, you go up to this dude, you press E,
Colonel Odessa
and if you
Cubbage
purchase
at your
a car,
service.
you would say, I would like to spawn in my car. And as you can see, I have a Toyota MR2 GT. You click on retrieve, and as you can see, it says I spawned in my car. Now, if I have a car out and it's in
Now,
this
where was I?
area, so
Yes.
basically like probably in this little stone area, you know, you can say,
Colonel
hey,
Odessa
you know,
Cubbage at
I
your
want to
service.
store my car. That says you stored your active car in the garage.
Now, where was I? Yes.
And that would basically be how you spawn and despawn your car. But let's say, for example,
I'll be right with you.
your car
Now,
is
where was I?
completely destroyed. Let's say your car is destroyed in the middle of the road. So it might be looking something like this. You'll be like, oh no, I can't, you know, despawn the car. So what you would do is that you would call a tow truck using /ads. I need a tow truck at, you know, whatever your location is. So I'm at Nexus, so I would put Nexus, and hopefully a tow truck would come with you soon. And if a tow truck doesn't come with you pretty soon, you can always call for a staff member saying, hey, just spawn my car, you know, and a staff member would probably despawn your car. And since it is nighttime, and if you know, a police member could not having any headlights on. And I'm going to get rid of this annoying car noise, so I would press that button right next to the one and above tab, and if that moves in the console, stop sound, boom, that annoying car sound is not here anymore. So, like I was saying, a cop might pull you over for not having any sort of headlights on, not using your blinkers. So, as you can see in my center right screen of my screen, you can see a left arrow, a light bulb, and right arrow. So, if I wanted to turn left, for example, the default to do this is holding down Alt, and you could left click to take a left turn, right click for a right turn, or you could press the middle button, you know, mouse 3, like your scroll wheel, because your scroll wheel also has a button, and that would turn on your hazard lights.
Hey, who's in the car?
Not me. I'm not going to answer that. And to turn on your lights, you would hold down F. And, of course, for me, that would turn on my front lights, and that would turn on my back lights.
Hey, who's
So,
that? Who's that in there?
See,
Who's in there? Who's in
I
there?
could drive with my headlights on, and that would indicate that, you know, this is a car driving. Well, let's say, for example, I had my headlights off. You know, that could probably end up in a car crash, and that is something you do not want to happen at all. Otherwise, your car would be completely destroyed in the middle of the road like so, and, you know, your car would be completely destroyed. And I'm gonna drive a little bit faster than normal because, number one, there's not any cops online, and number two, I'm trying to make this a quick but thorough
Colonel
tutorial
Odessa Cubby
of
at your
everything you need
service.
to know about
Now, where was I?
Santos RP.
Ah, yes.
So, inside the Rockford map, this is the drug dealer. So, this
Whoa,
dude, you
deja
know,
vu.
he has drug seeds, he has weed and meth, but it is at a low quality. And, you know, you could grow weed, you could make meth, whatever, at a certain price.
I've got my little corner
Or
and
you
I'm
could
sticking to
smoke
it.
quality weed, which I don't recommend doing because, you know, it's low quality, which means it's bad. Also, inside Rockford, you can purchase property, but do not press F4 or F2, whatever it is, or press R with your keys, because as you can see, I'm pressing R as much as I can, and, you know, nothing will happen. But let's say, for example, I did own this property. As you can see, that there's no people, so I can go up to this peephole. I can press E, and I can see exactly who is outside my front door. And, you know, I could get the keys, you know, and be like, hey, dude, what is up? But from the other side, if I wanted to take a look at the peephole, if it's unlocked, it would just open the door, but if it's locked, it wouldn't do any sort of effect. Now, over here, and to the right, you can see an NPC jumping up and down. He's so happy with joy. He's so happy to see you. You can press E on
Now
him,
what?
and as you can see, you could become a mailman. But for some reason,
Enough of your mumbo jumbo.
Defcon says it's a mail truck driver. I call it a mailman because, you know, you drop off packages. And over here from the Nexus and to the left, you have the Grace General Hospital. And 50% of the time that's locked, 50% of the time it's not locked. So, on every map there is this bald man in white and that NPC jumping up and down with joy. So I will give you a brief description of what is what. So let's say, for example, or not for example, because my right arm is destroyed, I want to go to this old man to get healed. So in order to do that, you Number one, you can press tab, and if there's 2 EMS on, you know you are unable to heal yourself, and you have to wait for EMS to hop on, or hop off, I should say. You know, more EMS sometimes makes a better work, and sometimes 1 EMS makes a better job. So, you know, you could go to this guy.
I expected more warning.
Press E on him. I'm sorry if he overruled my voice, but as you can see, it says I need medical assistance. So you can press that.
Bon voyage, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
And as you can see, it says any alignments you had have been healed. So as you can see, my right arm is fully healed. But let's say, for example, I'm fully healed and I go to the doctor.
Oh dear.
And he says, sorry, I can't find anything wrong with you. So,
bon voyage, and best of luck in your future endeavors.
And basically, you go on with your day. But let's say, for example, you want to become a doctor. So that's where this guy comes in.
Hi.
And you say, I would like to become an EMS technician.
Why are you telling me?
And I have a tutorial on the forums. I have another tutorial on the forums about how to become EMS and how to do the job thoroughly. So I will also provide that with the rules, but, you know, I will give you a quick description. So if you go over here, behind here, press E on this locker, grab all of your EMS equipment. I will give you a brief description of what everything does. So, you always want to grab your medical supplies, because that's basically how many band-aids you have, how much morphine shots you got, and all sorts of crap like that. So, let's say, for example, I broke my bones. Oh boy. Or, you know what? Somebody's down, I'm going to revive him. I will break my bones later. Or if he has broken bones, or if he got shot down, I will show you everything else.
What now?
As you can see, it says, I like to do first responders or an ambulance. Whatever you do, do not spawn in the first responders, or else the staff will literally get triggered and probably kill
Stop,
you
you're killing
for
me.
first time offense. So, unless it's whitelisted, you know, do not, and I repeat, do not use the first responder vehicle. And at the moment, EMS is unwhitelisted, so please use an ambulance at all times. This job. Now you might be asking yourself how to activate the sirens and activate ELS. Well, you right click to activate the sirens, and you left click to activate the ELS. And as you can see, I'm flashing the lights. And I'm everybody aware, you know, I'm
I
ELS.
need to talk to you.
So, you hold down spray,
No, Zeus up.
and you can see that
I
was the
really need to
emergency
talk to
brake. You go over here, press C on this little switch, which opens up the back of the ambulance. You press E on the stretcher,
Dude,
and of course you might get
this
stuck with
player,
the stretcher,
Alex Leon,
and you
my friend,
get your hands
Rob
out.
mugged him, and he got, really salty, so he started prop killing.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to ignore all the noise possible, but like I said, you get a stretcher out, and if he's still here, he's still here. I'm sorry, please go away. I'm making this tutorial. I'm trying to get interrupted as much as possible, but if you're stuck, you know, you could always, if you're stuck on the ambulance, or stretcher I should say, you would go back right into the ambulance, so you want to be quick with this. So have your hands out and ready, press C on the stretcher, and drag it away from you as much as you can. And you want to be close to it, so, you know, there's the dead guy over there, you know, try to cooperate with the stretcher. You know you want it close, but at a faraway distance, you know, to where you're not stuck on a stretcher. So, you drag the stretcher over this dead man, and he will automatically plop up onto the stretcher. And of course, once you do that, you drag the stretcher back and try to prop it into the ambulance with your hands. And if you heard that little click, that means the stretcher is secure inside the ambulance, and you can go along your way with to the hospital. Oh, one thing before I do anything. To use your keys, you can left click to lock it, and right click to unlock it. Press E to hop in the vehicle. Hold down I to start your car. Press P to fasten your seatbelt. If you do not fasten your seatbelt, you'll get into a car crash and die. So, click it or take it, kids. Always want to make sure that you lock your car, or else somebody might steal it. And since this is a government vehicle, you know, if somebody steals your government vehicle, you know, you might be wondering, wow, where the heck is the
Zusa,
left and right here?
You see that guy that you're reviving, Alex Leon? Yeah, he's been prop killing us and stuff.
I'm sorry, I'm a bad admin. I make it
just because I mugged him once and he just fucking decided to prop kill me.
I make it a tutorial. I'm a bad admin. I'm sorry.
He's been doing this to me and Atlas.
I'm trying to make a tutorial. I'm sorry. That's why I'm ignoring everything.
Alright.
Well.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Also, dude, he's prop killing. Can you like ban him or something?
I would, but I make it a tutorial, so at the moment I'm not, because I'm trying to make a tutorial. Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm so sorry about
We'll let you be.
So, if you press 3, you can right click, use the defibrillator, and you right click to charge up your defibs.
Shit, dog, you know how to not know how to revive people? What the?
Revive your patient, and you can left click on him as long as your crossbar is right on him. So you left click, boom, he's revived. So I make it a tutorial.
That's
why I took
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I did. Can you hear me though?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Kid, I'm about to fucking prop kill these kids.
You could
fuck off.
Drag your stretcher into the hospital.
Kid, you fucking stab me and you're gonna regret it. You'll go offline so fast.
Back of your ambulance.
What?
Is that a DDoS threat? Dude, you just heard him.
You bet.
Making a DDoS.
Lusa, that was a DDoS threat.
Wait, did you seriously try to make a DDoS
Yo,
threat?
can you...
Yeah, he just threatened to DDoS
us. I'm Canadian.
Dude, he just said you'll be offline for so long. I mean, so fast.
For so long? No, I didn't say that. Can you,
Let me quote what he said.
I need to RP my injury.
No, what did you say?
I said he was gonna die, but I mean...
No, that's not what you said.
I guess.
He said, I'm gonna make you go offline so fast because I'm gonna fucking DDoS
you. You did say that, you're staying permed. If you did not say that, I'm unbanning you, so have a nice perm.
Okay. I don't like being
stab this dude.
wrongfully.
Let me at him. Let me at him. Lusa, can I stab him?
This is really fucking bad RP.
Don't stab him.
You should, as a server manager, you should be ashamed of this RP.
Okay. I'm trying to do it.
Oh,
sorry.
Thanks, dude. Thanks. He's been bugging us all day.
If you want to redo it, you can use one of us.
And as you can see, equip your patient clipboard and
because we were kind of in the way.
Your first aid kit. So You press 6 to do the first aid kit and clipboard.
Also, here's a quote
So,
from what he said
You left click.
in TeamSpeak.
You can left click on this dude, and this dude's in perfect health, and
Yeah, he
this
kept going
dude
around prop killing
is
us. We killed him back a few times.
that does
We
have
were
blood,
pissed at him.
so you can left click on this dude. Give
And
him
he
a
also
grenade.
put that.
You know, you could spam the left click if you want, but if it's not doing that, you can always check his health again. And as you can see, his right leg is healed. And if you want to heal bleeding, hey, who has the knife? Who has the knife?
I have the knife.
Okay, I give you full-on permission to stab me. Just once.
To stab you?
Just once.
This is the best day. This is the best day of my
because
life.
I'm doing the tutorial. Okay, as you can see, I am bleeding.
It was totally
at the
worth
moment,
it.
So, let's say for example he's bleeding. So as you can see, you could.
I want to stab him in the head now.
Oh, I mean
I'm
that,
just fine
that
with
makes
him
a better
stabbing me in
tutorial.
the head.
All right. So,
Yeah.
for EMS, you want to make sure you're at 100% health, or else your patients will not be at 100% health. So, as you can see, I'm healing myself, because in the center of my screen it says heal target self, and voila, I am at full health again. And if you go to this dude who got stabbed, you can see he's bleeding. So what you would do is make sure your heal target is on this dude. You know, you can right click, see the scissors, and he's no longer bleeding. So you want to make sure, you know, that he stops bleeding first of all. You know you want to stop bleeding first, or else, you know, he'll die. You know, you want to heal this guy up to perfect health.
Thank you.
You want to make sure he's at perfect health. You're welcome. Alright.
Also, you might want to
On with
repair.
broken bones. Whippy! Let's hope I don't die. Oh, whoop. Yippee, let's hope I don't die. Gosh, freaking dang it. Do I have to jump off a building? Nope, I'm good. As you can see, that took a whole lot right out of me. So as you can see, I'm pressing shift to run, left shift I should say, and I am currently not running at all. Because I have 2 broken legs, and even if I have one...
By the way, he kind of prop pushed my both of our cars, and now
I
they're
am
like
unable
completely
to-
not even functional anymore.
Okay, one of you get prepared to become EMS, because I'm literally going to overdose myself.
Me first.
Alright, so, like I said, I was going to overdose myself.
We
So,
both became
maybe give
EMS.
somebody
I did it first.
3, I repeat 3, so let's give myself 3 pieces of morphine.
I wanted to be.
You know, you left click to heal somebody else, and you right click to heal yourself. So if I give myself 3 pieces of morphine, I am not overdosed yet.
Hey, I
If
wanted to
give
be
myself
EMS
4,
over here.
No, I don't
okay,
want to
get
be
ready,
EMS.
because here we go.
Hey, I'm the one with the knife.
And as you can see, if I give myself 4,
Yo, I'm the one with the
Boom,
fucking knife.
overdose.
Oh god.
Heal him, kid, heal him.
We
and
killed
you
him.
basically have to wait for
What do we
somebody to
do?
pick you up.
Alright, I got him. I totally didn't kill you, sir.
No, I overdosed myself on purpose because of the tutorial.
He killed you.
And make sure that never happens again. So
I'm fine with
you
Yeah,
killing me,
dude.
we're friends.
Oh god. I'm the EMS around here. Not you. Not you, buddy.
I hope you know
I'm
I
the
used to be the
EMS.
commissioner when EMS was still whitelisted.
Yeah,
And it's true.
I'm the EMS around here, boy. You don't want to mess with me. I'm a gangster. I'm a gangster.
You know, you want to
Alright.
make sure you heal yourself,
Good
your
enough.
patience to the fullest, because if the EMS isn't at 100% health, then you will not, and I repeat, you will not be at 100% health. So if you're EMS, I recommend being at 100% health at all times, and making sure you're at 100% health at all times. So you can hold down Q, click on character, and voila, there you have it. I'm going to hop on Kingsman job real fast.
What now? Try not to let it get.
Okay, pretend that never happened. Okay, so that's a brief description of EMS, in a nutshell. What else do we have to cover? Bank. So if you go to the bank, you know, you could store your items, or claim the lost and found. And did the server freaking crash? Gosh freaking dang it did. Or maybe it didn't. Okay. Okay, but let's say for example, you know, you're inside the bank and you can see that you can pay your bills, like your house bills, car insurance, whatever. Or say for example, if you log out while the server is still on, you know, everything that you had placed down goes into your lost and found. So you could say I like to claim my items in lost and found, or you could store your items. And as you can see, I got a crap load of stuff in my bank storage, because as you can see, this is your what is on your character, and this is what you have stored inside the bank. So let's say for example I want to store my radio in there. And
I
if
agree.
exit
It's
out
a total waste
of that and go to electronics, you can see I no longer have a radio on me. But
I understand if you don't wish to discuss this in front of your friends.
Radio. You know, if you have as long as a bank as I do, you would scroll down, find your radio, move to inventory,
I
exit
agree.
out,
It's a
and
total
boom,
waste.
I got a radio on my guy again. But I'm not gonna place the radio and show you how it works, because I might risk copyright. But, let's say for example, you know, let's do something on the radio. So you could press E, you could click on play, and I promise you that these radio stations play, and if they're out, staff are aware that they're out. And for play ID, that is a VIP thing only. And I also have a tutorial on how you could get an identification for your radio on the forums. I will put a link to that in the description of this very video. So what the bank is basically like a storage unit in a nutshell. Now if you go over here, you could see that this is the car dealer, and you will not believe how many cars there are inside the car dealer. That's not just like a GMC, an Audi, or a Chevrolet car dealer. This is like an all-out international car dealer.
I guess you proved you
If
can
you don't
handle
believe
yourself
me,
out there.
See for yourself. And holy crap, we got basically almost every single car brand there is possible, and probably almost every single car of the brand that there is possible. So as you can see, you could on the far right, that's the most expensive car of that brand, and to your left, that is the least expensive car or truck, you know. That's 2,300, that's 23,000, sorry, excuse me. 23,000, you know, 108,000.
Hey, take care of yourself.
Some cars like the Bugatti.
I guess you proved you can handle yourself.
I'll show you the Bugatti. Get ready to not faint. Be sure to hold your breath, and boom. That's probably the No, that's not really the most expensive car in the game, but if you want to talk about custom cars, custom cars are the most expensive. But player-wise, I believe that this is the most expensive car
All right.
that there is. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But basically, let's say you bought a car or you want to sell a car, there is a sell a car option.
Glad to see you're okay.
You can say I'd like to sell my car, and it lists cars that you have and how much you could sell it for. And basically, if I click on sell,
Hey, take
that
care
would
of
give
yourself.
me the money that there is. So that's the car dealer for you. There's the fire department. There's no current firefighter NPC. There is on other maps, but on Rockford, there's no such thing as a firefighter. And as you can see, I'm to the right of the Nexus now. I kind of went in a circle. If you ever base inside the fire department, you are not allowed to do that. Staff will probably jail and or ban you if you ever base inside the fire department, because the fire department is not a green zone, and I will show you how to get a property a little later. This is the hardware store, and basically what the hardware store is basically like a parts store. So like you get parts for whatever, like you get parts for a gun, you get parts for a car.
Hey, he's back.
So as you can see, that there's a car battery, there's bleach, cloth, cleaning productions, buckets, road flares, storage unit, like a safe, I should say. There's a stove, titanium bars, fences. You don't really need fences and
I
all that
still have
other sorts of
nightmares about
stuff
that cat.
to craft whatever you want. Over here we got the police station. I'm not going to show you the inside of it because you'll most likely see the inside if you get arrested. So there's usually 2 NPCs. One of them is a bail NPC.
Hi.
So you could bail your friend out of jail. It gives you a certain price.
Finally. What
or
now?
you could become a police officer yourself. Let's say, for example, you're not whitelisted to police.
How about that?
You could always go to the website, defconnations.com, and you could apply to be police as long as you meet the requirements. Over here, you got the player trading markets. You got the club, which is not an owned property. I wish you could own it, but basically, this is usually where, server events are held. So, if there's a server event going on or whatever, it'll most likely be down here at Club Catalyst. Over here, it's just more player markets. Over here is where you repair your cars. You can customize your car. I will show you with my Toyota how it works.
Ah, hello. I'll be right with you.
Even though my Toyota's not
No.
fast as a car,
Ah, yes.
I'll briefly show you with my car what it's like. I think my car needs repairing, so let's do that real fast. Be sure to always stop at red lights and don't swerve like I do. For a car, pressing space is activating the brakes. I'm pretty sure some of you might play driving games a lot, WASD, pretty basic. W accelerates, S is to reverse. First lights aren't on, but S is to reverse. And be sure you drive up all the way to well, maybe not all the way, but like all the way up to those computers. And as you can see, it gives you options. So you know, you could I could paint my car to a whole entire different color and, you know, pay for another paint job. I can get a different skin. So as you can see, that's all sparkly, glitter, glamour, underglow. That's basically what's under your car. Be sure not to get illegal underglow, which is red underglow or blue underglow. Oops, that's not very good. Blue underglow. Purple underglow, you know, that's fine. Yellow underglow, you know, that's all fine and Gucci. Green underglow, white underglow, you know, black underglow is useless because that's not even underglow. You know, just be sure not to get any sort of illegal underglow and you'll be Gucci. Body groups, this is basically where, you know, you could actually really customize your car, make it look like a good-looking car, or make it look like a terrible car. Choice is all yours. As you can see, I'm clearly messing with my car a little bit by scrolling through the options. You know. And the mods, you know, that the NOS is basically like your booster, like your N2O, if you know what N2O is. It's basically like a booster from your exhaust pipes, and the engine, well, self-explanatory. That's basically your acceleration. Repair vehicle, also self-explanatory. You could repair your vehicle, and this is basically where the glitch comes in. It says, "Are you sure this will cost you $50?" And if I click repair, as you can see, it cost me $63 instead of $50. So you always want to be sure that you got extra money on you. Or else it will say, "You are not allowed to afford that. You can't afford that." Like, with the crap, I have the appropriate amount of money. But in all honesty, you probably have enough money on you to afford car repairs. Unless, of course, you know, you got extra money on you. There's a stop sign right there. I can stop at it because So, as you can see, my gas gauge is down from full. There's Taco Bell, there's a cinema. We don't really have anything at the cinema. It's pretty useless at the moment. Hopefully we can get something later. So yeah, here's the gas station. Well, inner gas station, I should say. You know, now you might be asking, well, I have my hands out, why is nothing happening? You know, I can't drag a gas pump over to my car. Yes, that is true. However, there's a way to get the gas pump into your car. You press E on the gas pump, if you can. It takes a few tries to get it. And you might be putting it to your car. Oh, hey, that's perfect. Sometimes, you know, like, it's above your car or it's down your car, but basically if your gas pump does that, like it sticks to your car, then you're ready to get fuel into your car. So you go over here to where it says fuel $3 a liter. You press E on it. You can spend a living crap out of it, you know. And as you can see, I bought 2 liters of gas. And you can press E on the gas pump and lift it up, and boom, it's in perfect position. You can roleplay trash. So let's, what would be considered trash? Cookies. I'm sorry, Girl Scout cookies, but need to cut down on calories. Woohoo! And you know, you could drag it as if you're taking out the trash, you know. So that's basically a trash can in a nutshell. And if you want to pick up items, so say for example, you know, I dropped my cookies, I'm trying to pick it up, you know, I'm trying to pick it up and everything, you know, nothing's working. You press Alt, and while you're holding down Alt, you press E. So that's 2 different buttons. You hold down Alt first, and you press E. It's a button combination. And if you want to open doors, like these grocery store doors, you press E on those doors. Interacting with an NPC, I already told you. you press E, but basically what this person does is sell food. As you can see, it says you're going to buy something, you say, sure, show me what you have for sale, and as you can see, she's got beer, she's got cigarettes, you know, basic narcotics, labels. I have no idea what they are. Don't buy them because I have no idea what they do. But as you can see, she sells chips, cans of gas, you know, fuel cans, and JoJo's Cola. You know, that's like the basic stuff, basic food, basic drink.
Excuse me.
And there's an ATM right over there. But that's basically not where you want to go if you want to get food and drinks. You want to go to the grocery store. So, you go over here to the grocery store. Excuse my driving. You go over to the grocery store and you enter. And as you can see, there's 3 sorts of NPCs. There's a man, a bald man, and there's a lady. So what this guy does...
What now?
...is basically an unwilested job. You're able to join, no problem. And, you know, you can become a sales truck driver. So you could become a sales truck driver, and, you know, you could sell items to players. This man is for grocery store robberies, so if you want to initiate a grocery store robbery, you know, you gotta have 1 cop on for every 10 players. So, say for example, if Finn Delta is a police officer, he can get on and I can have a weapon out. You know, let's say for example I had a gun out pointing at his face. I could press E on him and it'll scream, "Help!" But at the moment, if, like, say for example, there's 1 cop online and like 16 players on, he'd do this.
Don't be so sure of that. Don't be so sure of that.
And no matter how many times you try, it just won't work.
You talking to me?
And you basically, there's another store clerk, but she has a whole lot of items. You know, she's got Apple Jacks, she's got bananas, she's got your coffee maker, she's got Girl Scout cookies, she's got a cooking pot for your stove, she also has Doritos and Lay's. She's got eggs, she's got a fruit prep table, you know, that's a little bit glitched out, but if you're a new player, it won't be that much glitched. That's basically where you can craft a cake. You know, so if you can craft a cake for people, you know, that'd be great. There's your ground coffee and water. Where's the filtered water? Oh, I already passed it. Oh, whoops, derp. That's the filtered water for your coffee maker, so I will teach you how to make coffee a little later on in this tutorial. You got basically all sorts of food and all sorts of drinks and ingredients for whatever is possible.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
So, you know, you could always cook slops, but, you know, you'll end up wasting your money on slops. You can craft cheeseburgers, you can craft french fries, you can cook up delicious quality fish, and you can craft hamburgers, double cheeseburgers. And, you know, there's like basic McDonald's food, let's just put it that way. Basic McDonald's food. Except, you know, I don't think... Actually, McDonald's does sell fish. I just remember that. Okay, and over here, we got the clothing store. There's an NPC that basically changes, like, your default, like, your player model. So basically, it's like a player model clothing change. It's $700, as you can see, so if I wanted to go from like, say, a farmer to a athletic guy, you know, that would cost me $700, which I'm not going to spend.
Right on.
I kind of like my farmer's outfit. It's getting closer to winter, you know. I might change it to where he has a jacket on. Maybe the athletic outfit might be not so bad after all. But you could see it says used clothing, you know, used clothing, men's and women's, doesn't really matter. And you could get bandana, you could get all sorts of masks, you could get hats, you know, you could get glasses, and you can get a backpack. But if you click on this, you know, Sherman's backpack, you'll be like, holy crap, that costs so much money, I don't know how I'll ever get that. Well, here's the thing about this backpack, you know. Of course it says non-buyable because you can't buy it anyways, no matter how much money you try to save, you know. You probably have to be some sort of vampire that never sleeps, you know, to get that much money, you know, and find some sort of way to get a lot of money, you know. That'll most likely be a hack or a glitch, you know, where you can get a whole lot of money and, you know, when they purchase Sherman's custom backpack. You know, but that's more than less for owners or people with CP. And yeah, you don't really want to ask anybody to spawn in money to get Sherman's backpack. You know, it's more than less a community owner thing. And over here you got the electronics store.
What now?
And it says you should check out our new TVs, but you'd be like, show me what you have for sale. You got a cash register, you got text screens and image signs, you got box fans, and you got a vape pen. Don't ever use the vape pen, that costs a whole shitload of lag. I'm not even kidding you, but it costs lag for me, and you know what, I'll represent it for you.
Stop, you're killing me.
Because why the heck not? I will freaking represent it right in front of your eyes. You know, you don't want to be this sort of dude. You know, this is just known as a minge.
Go green, go green, go green, go green, go green. Vape Nation!
Tremendously at the moment. I was going to show you. Oh, you got 7 FPS. Trying to go inside the slopes. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure if you could tell the frame rate difference. Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if you can tell the frame rate difference because, you know, I'm trying to do this on my own. But, more than less, needless to say, you know, it's just a whole crap load of lag.
Hi.
For me, at least.
Stop. You're
So
killing me.
I recommend not vaping, or else I'm the one that gets triggered, and I don't think
Now
the staff
what?
members will get triggered. But you know, maybe the cops will get mad at you and saying, "Hey, stop vaping, stop vaping."
Enough of your mumbo jumbo.
Whatever, you know. I showed you what was inside the electronics store, so let's go over to this store. Pretty useless at the moment, you know.
What
It's
now?
Fishing. It's broken at the moment.
Excuse me.
Don't ask me why. Apparently it crashes the server if it's activated. The founder's trying to find a new way to make it to where we can fish again. So please be patient on that. Over here you got the casino, and as you can see on your little mini map on the lower left, it's the little card thing, you know, cards, you know, that's associated with the casino. You know, you got blackjack. Over here you got the chip exchange. You know, you can see how much one chip costs. So one chip, that's $100. Santos RP wise, it's not $100 in real life because that'd be too darn expensive, and I'll never travel to Las Vegas, Nevada. But basically, on Rockford you got slot machines, you got blackjack machines, you got poker, you got blackjack again, you got more slot machines, and you got roulette. I'm not going to show anybody how to play those because, you know, underage gambling. Over here you got the freaking VIP room, and if you are not a VIP and you keep going, it'll just reject you from coming more further inside the VIP room. It'll just keep on rejecting you and you will not be able to go in. It'll just most likely teleport you back a longer distance, and if you keep coming in, you know, you'll get teleported back until you're VIP. So let's say, for example, you are a VIP. This is the VIP room. You can buy an in-game organization, but it costs 50 grand CRP cash, which I do not have. Nor do I want it in-game, because you can always purchase an actual game like Kingsman, Cartel, Slaughter, Aces, whatever, for real life cash. You know, that gets you lots of money. Right here you got the gunsmithing table, and as I showed you earlier, you can level up your gunsmithing. You got the crafting table. Like I said, you can get car parts, you can get drugs, you know, drug lab, like I said. Then you got the assembly table, which you can craft, or you can do gunsmithing. Like I said, you can craft all sorts of different types of guns, you know. And as you can see, this is red, my gunsmithing, and this is white. So basically the difference between a red gunsmithing and a red gunsmithing is that red is the ones I am not able to craft. And you know, you could see like the parts you need, and if you need parts, you know, like the gunsmithing table provides parts. So you know, you got your barrels, you got your triggers somewhere along this distance. Yeah, you got your stocks. There it is. See, you got your triggers. And you got all sorts of parts, you know. Like, you got all three of these inside one area. If you're VIP, you know, you don't need to purchase it from the hardware store, you know. See, assembly table, gunsmithing table, you know. It's all right here.
I still have nightmares about that cat.
You know, you got your TV, so you can play songs or whatever. I'm not going to play anything. You got your man.
Now what?
You got the electronics stuff.
Finally.
So you got your hardware, you got your bank, and you got electronics. And over here, you got the furniture store. You can roleplay as if you're...
You talking to me?
Having an actual house, you know. You can roleplay Sims. And as you can see, a storage wall, you got, you don't have that much furniture, but you got plenty enough furniture to roleplay.
Pardon me.
And over here, you got a skill book.
Hello?
So, as you can see, you got skill books, you got assembly levels, you got crafting levels, and you got gunsmithing levels, which is
Go ahead.
basically all inside the VIP room. I recommend buying books first, then you can craft up your level, instead of realizing later that, you know, you could save up your money and all that sort of stuff. So that's basically everything associated with this. And down here, like I said, that's Taco Bell. Down there, that's the bank and the car dealer. Excuse me. Excuse me. Over here you got the RTA. That's basically where you become a taxi driver or a bus driver. As you can see, there's ATMs in there. You know, you can get money. Over here, that is the bar where, you know, people can roleplay as a bar. Roleplay as if you're playing billiards, 8-ball, you know. Over here, this is the real estate, or quarantine. I call it real estate because, you know.
Now what?
It says I would like to purchase or sell property, and you can do, you could buy a store, you could buy apartments or warehouses, or even just a big house, you know.
Yeah, pardon me.
And if you do purchase a property, you know, like I showed you, you could come over here. Say, for example, I purchased Mesa 2 325 Griff Drive, you know. It's more than less a apartment, so you go to apartments, Mesa 2 325 Griff Drive, and voila, you own a property. Instead of, you know, pretending that it's Stark RP, actually thinking it's Stark RP, and, you know, doing all you can to purchase a property. I already showed you the grocery store. Up here is the, basically, more than less, needless to say, the most expensive houses upon the map. And be sure you get a good car to go up the hill. So say, for example, I got a poor car, you know, cruising at 3 miles per hour. You know, this is like the most worthless car inside the world, you know, and you're trying to go up a hill, so, you know, you'd be like, come on, car, push it, car. And that, you know, it would just basically roll down. So as you can see, my car is struggling to go up. And, you know, it has enough horsepower that actually legitimately does, but let's say, for example, your car actually doesn't have enough horsepower, you know, it would just basically come tumbling down. But my car actually doesn't have enough horsepower, so it would probably climb up that hill, but it won't have as much speed as it would on a flat road. So as you can see, this is the most expensive houses, you know, 2-story or 3 stories. Some of them have basements, some of them do not. But you know, it's one of those rich houses. Then over here, you got the outskirts, or should I say the highway. I know it doesn't really look much of a highway, so that's why everybody calls it outskirts. As you can see, there's a little river. There's a warehouse right there. You can purchase. There's a warehouse. And if you travel right here, that would lead you to the industrial area. There's another warehouse that would basically lead you back to the city. And out here is the outer gas station, as everybody would call it. Also along here, you could rob the gas station at gunpoint, because that is the bald NPC.
Be so sure of that.
And as you can see, I tested it right off the bat. So, I think I showed you everything around the map. So now it's time that I show you how to make cook coffee. So let's start by coffee. So as you would do normally, so you would go up the hill, you would go to the grocery store, wherever it is on the map, and on its rock. So as you can see, I would go straight to the you would...
Hi.
So you would go to the lady, you would purchase your coffee maker. I will actually show you that it works. You purchase your, if I can, you purchase your water, and you would purchase your ground coffee.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
But I will
You talking to me?
actually purchase another part of water.
Well, that's one way of looking at it.
And do not ever do this inside the store, kids, because I'm actually giving you a brief tutorial. So if I spun stuff in, you know, it would probably face away, and you would be like, how would I know what ingredients, you know? You could make it to where it faces towards you. And if you want to do what I actually did, instead of having your coffee maker, you know, crooked, you could always press Shift E, and you could always hold it down, and as you can see, it places it in perfect position. So for you OCD people, you have a solution. But let's say, for example, you know, I got coffee going. You know, let's add some water to it while we can. So what I normally do to make sure my water and ground coffee get in is that I place the water above the coffee maker, and usually it's right above the label, so it would be like right around here, you know, like you could see what's happening and make sure it doesn't completely fall back. Otherwise, you know, it would just be completely useless at this point. So, you know, I'll make sure I got it in perfect position. You know, you press E on the water, make sure it's in the position. So, you know, it's kind of hard at first, but once you get used to it, it would be pretty easy. So as you can see, I pressed E, it's still in my hands. I left it up, then I hold down the right click on it. And as you can see, the red bar on the water is filling up. Then, if there isn't any more water coming out, you know, you'd be like, oh, what happened to my water? What happened to my water? You know, there probably is no water left inside the water gallon. So, if that happens to be the case, you press E on it, and boom, it just disappears for you. You know, you don't have to worry about it being a annoying prop that, you know, you don't really need anymore, or you need a staff member to delete it. You know, it just automatically deletes itself for you if it's all out. So, as you can see, there is the coffee right there. Make myself some coffee. And to be sure this actually works, you know, like I said, if the coffee's out or the water's out, you could just press E on it, make sure it hits the ground, then a few seconds later, boom, it just disappears out of blue and nowhere to be seen. So, what your coffee status would look like if you've done it correctly is that you would have the coffee bar all the way full and your water meter halfway full. And you press E on this little switch and it would start making that bubbling noise. And as you can see, it's taking the coffee and water black and the coffee meter on red. But let's say, for example, you know, I missed, or my coffee maker's on and I want to add more water, you know. So as you can see, the water meter's not really filling up. And if that happens to be the case, you know, you could always turn it off and you can add more water, which I'm not doing because, you know, I would just be wasting water, even though I already am wasting water. So, let me put this somewhere private. Because, you know, I'm clearly showing you how to make coffee. And, you know, once your coffee is done and ready to go, you could go to that little circle around here, you can press E on it, and boom, your coffee would be made in the shade. And that doesn't look like anything, it just looks like it's a part of the map. So I believe I showed you everything you really need to know about Santos RP. I don't believe I missed anything. If I did, let me know. Contact staff or whatever you feel is necessary. You know, I showed you the EMS building, I showed you the outskirts. You know, there's other parts of the map I'm pretty sure I didn't really show you. If I did, let me know, and I will be happy to show you everything else, you know. So thank you guys for watching this tutorial of me giving you a tutorial of the Defcon Nation's Santos RP in Rockford, the map of Rockford. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment on this YouTube video, as I will be locking this post on the Defcon Nation's forums. And if you can't remember what the forums website is, it's on your upper left side of your screen below where it says something is creating script errors. www.defconnations.com. I am Nuazusa. Thank you for watching.